And now, ladies and gentlemen, George Burns and Lucy Carmichael. Lucy, say hello.
Hello.
Well, now that you're on the stage, what are you going to do?
Oh, well, when I was in the beauty parlor this afternoon, I heard a wonderful joke. Would you like to hear it? It had everybody dying laughing.
We'd all like to hear it.
Oh, well, this one man looked up and said to the other man, "Don't ask me, I just got here myself."
Is that the joke?
Well, there was some stuff ahead of it that I didn't hear. That's the line that they were dying laughing at.
I wouldn't tell that if I were you.
Too old?
Oh, yes, it's been kicked.
Oh.
Let's talk about your brother.
Oh, which brother do you want to talk about? The one that's married or the one that's in love?
The tall one.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's my brother Harry. He's with the FBI.
Your brother's with the FBI?
Yeah, they picked him up in Kansas City.
So the FBI picked him up.
Well, they had to. He couldn't pick himself up.
Loaded again.
Yeah.
Poor Harry. Hasn't your family ever tried to do something about his drinking?
Well, we sent him to a psychiatrist, and the psychiatrist worked and worked to get to the bottom of Harry's drinking. And finally, he found out Harry's problem.
What was it?
Harry likes to drink.
Well, we all have our reasons.
I think Harry drinks to forget.
Forget what?
That he's a kleptomaniac.
He's a kleptomaniac.
Harry was always going into stores and taking things, so you know what my mother did?
What?
Well, she took some adhesive, and she taped his hand shut, all but this one finger.
Taped his hand shut, all but that. Why?
Well, so he could play marbles with my other brother.
You can't play marbles with one finger.
Well, Mother did that to even up the game. You see, Harry didn't have all of his fingers, and my other brother didn't have all of his marbles.
That made the game even.
Yes, it did.
But when your mother taped up Harry's hand so that he only had one finger, did this stop his shoplifting?
Well, it helped. All he could steal were donuts.
Harry likes donuts.
That's right. It was a donut that broke Harry's back.
Donut broke his back?
Yeah. You see, he had a donut in his right-hand pocket, and he tried to get it out with his left hand.
And broke his back?
Yeah.
Well, the next time he's got a donut in his right-hand pocket, tell him to try to take it out with his right hand.
Well, that's kind of hard when you got your pants on backwards.
He had his pants on backward?
Yeah. You see, Harry had a suit with two pair of pants, and he put one pair on frontwards and one pair on backwards.
So that he could walk either way.
That's when the truck hit him.
What truck?
The truck that didn't have its lights on.
Well, why didn't the man in the truck have his lights on?
Well, he didn't have to. It was daytime.
Well, if it was daytime, didn't the man in the truck see your brother coming?
He didn't know it was my brother. Oh, he saw two pair of pants coming toward him, and he drove right between them.
Well, that's our music cue. The marching.
Two sweethearts in a country town, the neighbors say, lived happily the whole day long.
Until one day told him he must go away, she wondered then what could go wrong.
He said, you know it's true, I love you best of all, and yet it's best that we should part.
Just as he went away, he heard his sweetheart say, here's a pretty tempo, Lucy, play with it. Although it broke her heart.
Some of these days,
Yes, some of these days.
you'll miss me, honey.
You're gonna miss me, honey.
Some of these days,
Yes, one of these days.
you'll feel so lonely.
You'll be feeling, oh, so
You'll
lonely.
miss my hugging.
You used to love it when I'd hug and
You'll
squeeze you.
miss my kissing.
You'd ask for more, and I
You'll
tease
miss
you.
me only
You want me only
when you go away.
when you're a million
You'll feel
miles.
so lonely.
In the evening when the sun goes
Just
down,
for me only.
I'll be on the other side of
For
town.
you know,
Oh,
honey,
you know, baby,
you've had your way.
that you went and had your way.
And when you leave me,
can bet you're gonna be full of sorrow.
Your blue-eyed baby some of these days. Just for me only. Don't you know, honey, that you had your way.
That you've had your way.
And when you say goodbye, wipe that tear from your eye.
You're gonna miss your baby.
You're gonna miss your red-haired mama.
You're gonna miss
your blue-eyed baby somebody. Miss your blue-eyed baby somebody.
Lucy, you are just great.
Thank you.
Everybody out front is telling.
Carmichael, I couldn't be more proud of you.
Oh, Mr. Moody, that's the first time you ever kissed me.
Well, banking and show business are different. You know, this girl is sensational, and the men from Las Vegas have offered $10,000 for the act.
$10,000?
They'll go as high as 15 if you won't sing.
We'll take the 10. Did you hear that, Lucy? We're going to Vegas.
Oh, that's just wonderful. You know, this is like what happened to Ginger Rogers in that picture last night. The producer saw her on the stage. She got an offer to go to Vegas, but she'd been with Fred so long that she didn't want to be... Oh, Mr. Burns, I can't go.
Why not?
Oh, because I can't leave Mr. Mooney.
But I want you to go.
Oh, no, you don't. You need me.
I don't need you. I want you to leave.
Oh, I couldn't leave you any more than Ginger could leave Fred. Not even when Fred pretended to be mad and said things that were very nasty to make her mad.
Mrs. Carmichael, please get it through your head. I want you to go with Mr. Burns. My life would be happier without you. Happier!
That's just what Fred said, because he didn't want to stand in her way. But Ginger knew that Fred needed her, just like you need me, Mr. Mooney. Now. Mr. Burns, but it just wouldn't work. I couldn't be funny out on the stage thinking about Mr. Mooney back in the bank trying to get along without me.
Mr. Mooney, you must be a wonderful man. How do you inspire such loyalty?
I don't know what I've done to deserve this.
Well, I hope you're not mad at me, Mr. Burns.
What for? This is the story of my life.
But what about the engagement at Las Vegas?
Well, now that I don't have a girl, I guess we'll have to pass up the $10,000.
Oh, I'm just awfully sorry about it, but, you know, Mr. Burns, Mr. Mooney has... What are you doing?
If you think I'm going to let $10,000 go down the drain, you are crazy. Some of these days...